Hey, what's going on, guys? How are your meatballs? My voice is coming back. Frankie Bean says hello. But I've been grinding it over on Twitch lately. You guys have been absolutely killing it as well. Twitch.tv/showmat123. We're doing amazing things, hitting new peaks every single day. Thank you so much. Make sure you check out the streams again. Zombies every single day for a very long time. Just finished up a 24-hour stream yesterday, followed by a 14-hour. Just so much stuff. Make sure you're coming out. We have a lot of fun. Now jumping to the video. Tombstone is coming to Cold War Zombies, and I personally believe that this is going to be the biggest addition to Cold War Zombies, the next step to bring it towards that pedestal that Black Ops 3 Zombies is on, because yes, I do believe Cold War Zombies is that good. Not the Maschine, Cold War Zombies is that good. And if the maps, this is another topic for another video, probably uploaded later on today, but if Cold War Zombies can deliver maps to the level of Black Ops 3, or even near the level of Black Ops 3 for that matter, I do believe Cold War Zombies is going to be one of the most, probably the most popular Zombies game ever. Just because the base game mechanics are amazing, but again, it's going to really come down to the DLC maps. But the reason why a lot of people don't love Cold War Zombies, or really, here's where we're at now, are bored of Cold War Zombies, is because of the Maschine, not because of the main game mechanics. The main game mechanics are so good that they allowed Cold War Zombies to last as long as they did with a tutorial/introductory map. And to go alongside those amazing game mechanics, the amount of depth we have in Cold War Zombies, Tombstone is that needed addition to bring us upward and onward and to continually progress how good Cold War Zombies is as a whole. And you may be asking why, and the simple reason is just think about how much depth we have in Cold War Zombies. We have blue salvage, we have green salvage, we have score streaks that you can buy, we have weapons that you can upgrade, and that also just is added to the weapon pool as well, added to the amount you grind for in the game. You have guns that you can triple pack a bunch. You can upgrade a gun from red to gold, as well as you can triple pack a bunch that gun. So you're spending for 2 triple pack guns a minimum of 100,000 points, excluding ammo mods and upgrading the gun to different rarities. That's paid for with salvage. But again, there's just so much depth. There's so many different things that you can do, and if you die out in Cold War Zombies, you lose it all. It's gone. The only thing you get back is your points, I believe, if you're over a certain threshold, in which case, if you're not, they'll give you some more points. I believe that's how it works. But regardless, I think we can all agree that if you die out in Cold War Zombies, it's really annoying no matter what kind of player you are, especially if you're not that great of a player. I can tell you for a fact that there's no way people will have fun in this game over an extended period of time if they're not good at it. Because just imagine downing 8 to 10 times, having to keep rebuying your perks. That's fine, alright? Although the point system isn't the absolute greatest, it kind of all works together properly in Cold War Zombies. That, of course, is bearing that you are good enough. But if you're playing with good enough people, you can kind of get it together, right? But if you're not too great, and not only do you down too much, but sometimes you even die out completely, do you really think that not so good Zombies player is going to want to really come back in and restart and grind their points with this new point system, grind their salvage back to get new armor, hit the box with their ray gun again, and do all that stuff, and get more score streaks again, do all that stuff all over again? Probably not. Of course, in the past, you still had to do all this stuff, but in a game like Black Ops 3 Zombies, for example, guess what? You had the OG point system. In a game like Black Ops 4 Zombies, you had, you spawn back in with your weapons, I think, right? Yeah, you spawn back in with your weapons. So it wasn't the worst thing ever to die out in those games. But in this game, it is, because again, you don't get anything back, and because of the amount of depth that the game has, this is the most in-depth Zombies experience ever. Because of that amount of depth, it makes it really annoying to have to grind back up to where you were on round, just say 30 even. Like, round 30 is not a high round, but if you die out on that round completely, it's going to be annoying to get yourself back together and up and going in a co-op Zombies game. So, in general, Tombstone is needed for Cold War Zombies to take the next step, just because a vast majority of the people, honestly, skill aside, but I'm going to say it anyways, a vast majority of people are not that great at zombies, and to further that, not everybody is going to stay alive 100% of the time, every single game, and not die out completely. There always comes a time, if you play co-op Zombies ever, that you will not only die out, but you will bleed out. And the fact that you have to come back with none of your old weapons, none of your old salvage, none of your old armor, none of your old score streaks, none of that. You can't harness that depth that Cold War Zombies has because you bled out. that's a little rough. And you may argue that that's the penalty for dying out. And I would say, I guess that's fair, but I think the penalty should really be that you died out and it's now up to your teammates to finish the round with the amount of zombies that are left. So if you're playing 4-player zombies, you die out, your friends still have to finish the round on 4-player zombies even though they're 3 players. Is it that really hard? No, but that's still a penalty for bleeding out, as well as you can't gain any progress in your game towards pack-a-punching, upgrading, or getting salvage for score streaks. You can't do any of that. In fact, you're actually just burned into the ground, ready to start from scratch again the next round. So that's why Tombstone's very important, because you can just come back in. And by the way, for those guys that don't know, Tombstone and Black Ops 2 zombies, if you had Tombstone on you, you'd bleed out, you'd come back in right the next round. So say you downed on round 11, and your friends couldn't get you, so you died completely. You could also actually force suicide yourself. Fun fact: you can suicide yourself, so you can kill yourself immediately. But as soon as you came back into the map on the following round, you can run to your Tombstone, pick it up, and you'd get back your guns and your perks. That's awesome. But really, in games like that, the older games, it wasn't all too useful. Like, it was obviously useful, but it wasn't the greatest perk to have. Like, I'd rather have double tap over Tombstone in BL2 zombies, if that makes sense, right? But in this game, we have a limited perk slot, so you're not bearing a perk slot to have Tombstone on you. Plus, if you look at how much depth, once again, the game has, it's a perfect addition. So, say you go out on round 30, say you die in round 30 in Cold War Zombies, in D Maschine, it doesn't really matter, whatever map it is, and your friends can't get to you. Oh no, you come back around 31, you buy your or you find your Tombstone, you press square on it, and bang, you have your triple pack punch weapons, which again, 100,000 points. Just a reminder, with the new perk system, that is not too great. You have to spend 100,000 points to triple pack punch 2 weapons. That's excluding ammo mod. So you get back your triple pack weapons, you get back all your salvage, green and blue, you get back probably your armor, you get back your score streaks, your lethals, tacticals, whatever you had on you in the game. You get back all that stuff. And therefore, it's not as grindy anymore. It's not as really taxing. You can argue again that it makes it more difficult, and that's what zombies is about. But at the same time, it's just not fun to go down that route. To have to grind your way back up with the OG point system, and to have to earn salvage back again like that as well to get your armor and all that stuff back. It's just annoying. It's tedious. Hard and tedious are two different things. It's very hard to also strike the balance between the two. I've seen in a map like Blood of the Dead. It's Easter egg. It's not hard. It's tedious, for example. At least in the opinion of many. But hopefully that would resonate with a lot of people. And I think that's kind of where Cold War Zombies is in its cooperative mode right now. Just a lot of people really enjoy the mode. They don't love the point system all too much. So if they down a lot, that kind of annoys them if they can kind of work with it. But if they die out a lot, like if they actually completely bleed out and their friends don't get to them, it's just annoying. I don't like it. Like if I die out in a co-op zombies game, I gotta work. I gotta hit the box again. I gotta work back and pack punch my weapon once and be shooting 800 bullets into a zombie with a single pack punch gold gun on round 30. Like it's just too much of a grind, and it doesn't make it fun. I'd rather have Tombstone, also have the decision forced in my head, right? Do I buy Tombstone first, or do I buy Tombstone before Perk X? Because if I die out, at least I'll be able to get all my stuff back. Or do I just go for Perk X and trust that it won't down? That also forces another decision in your head, just like with Jug, right? Do I buy Jug now and take the risk, or do I not buy Jug now and take the risk that I'm not going to die and hit the box? Or do I buy Jug, be more safe, and not hit the box? You know what I mean? It's a very similar decision to buying Jug in my mind, especially for those players who are not all too good in zombies and even manage to die out a lot, but still keep the game going. So that's my 2 cents on Tombstone. I think it is the necessary addition to bring Cold War Zombies one step upward and onward. Is it the be-all end-all? Absolutely not. But especially with this new point system that they've been pushing to us, we need Tombstone in the game, and especially with the way with the way everything Cold War Zombies works, with the amount of depth the game has, it's phenomenal. It's awesome. But to come back in, it's just not very fun after dying out. It makes it very, very tedious, and that will completely eliminate that issue altogether. Exactly how Tombstone works, adjusted and adapted to Cold War Zombies, we don't exactly know. For example, maybe they'll make it so that if you decide to let your friends try to revive you, when you go down, you'll still lose those 3 initial perks, right? Because in Cold War Zombies right now, you can hold 6 perks. When you go down, you lose 3, and then as you begin to bleed out more and more, you begin to lose more perks. Maybe they'll make it so that once again, right, if you decide to suicide instead of wait for your friends to come, you'll actually get all those perks back when you went down instead of just the perks you have, or instead of no perks. Like maybe they'll make it so that if you bleed out completely, you'll get no perks back, but if you suicide, you get all the perks remaining on you back. You know what I mean? They may have to adjust and adapt some things to better fit Cold War Zombies mechanics instead of just throwing everything right back at you. But for the most part, again, I believe, at least if you look at it from my perspective, we could agree that Tombstone is the, honestly, like, perfect perk for Cold War Zombies to come back, especially considering that there is no perk limit and the amount of depth that Cold War Zombies has. I'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you coming out. Take care of your meatballs.
I've been wishing for some better days.